Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the shed for, I think this is session number 8. Which has kind of been spread over a long period of time, but hey ho. This session is going to be quite similar to the last one, except we're going to do we're going to build up a slightly different drill. So it's going to be the same. We're going to start up just with our kind of mobility 10 and 10. And then we're going to go through a series of 10 different movements, and then we're going to use all of them at the end to develop like a big sequence for 5 minutes. Okay, this is going to be quite challenging, I suspect. In fact, I know it is because I've done it in the past. This is actually one of the ones that I include in the Super Solo training program as well, one of the plans, or like a variation on it as well. All right, so we're going to go through a bunch of different movements. Some of these you've done before, some of them might be a little bit new and a little bit different, which is why we have this 10-minute round first as a kind of like getting to know you round. Okay, and then we're going to go through it. So some of them are going to be super simple, some of them more complicated, but it's all going to be a lot of fun. But the first thing, as I say, we're going to go through the basic mobility 10 and 10. We're going to hammer that out. It's always nice to do, good to start with that kind of thing, get our bodies a little bit loose before we try and kill ourselves in the working section. So let's jump onto my timer. My timer is pretty much set up. I am ultra stiff today, so this is going to be nice for me. So first thing we're going to do, just start rolling our hips side to side. If you've done any of these sessions before, you know we use this one all the time, so don't go too crazy fast, just slowly work the hips. I've left my timer, hopefully you can see it on Kieran's face, so you can see how long's left. It'll turn yellow when there's 10 seconds. Okay, remember in this one you can move your feet in a little bit closer. Okay, so we can bring it in a bit tighter, just changes the angle slightly, or the same thing, we can go slightly further away. But try and keep your upper body relatively stable, so I'm not rolling my hips this way, I want to keep this stable, so I'm really just working those hips. If you want a little bit more variety, you can just do one leg, or you can use one leg at a time, which is more like a staggered thing. But honestly, just work through the movement. There you go, time has gone yellow, so we've got 10 seconds left. And yeah. Nice, into our S stretch, or 90-90 stretch. So again, we do this one quite a lot. We're here, bring the legs around to the other side, leaning your chest forwards. Okay, when you lean your chest forwards, if you're gonna go all the way down, make sure the head is the last thing that drops, not the first thing. So my head dropping first is like this. Rounds my back, doesn't really work the hips in the same way. I want to keep my head up and then drop it last thing. Okay, and just go side to side. If you want, when you do this now, you can lean down and then bring the hip up over the top and stretch out the hips in a slightly different way. So we can lean and bring that hip up. Lean, hip up here. Okay, it's just a very simple movement. We use this S position so much in jiu-jitsu for working our hips, so it's really important that we're nice and mobile in it. Very nice. Okay, next one, low squat. Just as it sounds, you can just kind of squat down and stay in this position. I'll give you a couple of variations that you can start working as well. For some reason I've got red on my floor. Okay, you can be here, you can start to like kind of move around a little bit. Another one that you can do that I've been introduced to is we can work from this kind of toes position. Our knees can come forwards, and then we can drop our hips back. Okay, I actually really like this. I find that it opens up the bottom of my back really nicely. Okay, so I'm just trying to sit down super low here. Try to get my hips all the way to the ground almost, and I pull myself forwards. Okay, so this is a nice little variation. Or like I say, just try to stay in some variation of like a low squat. You can hang out here, you can move around a little bit, you can do some rotation of the legs. Just be careful on this, because it can put a lot of pressure on your knees. So any variation you like, just hanging out in this low squat. Nice, next one, we're gonna go to a hip twist. So we're gonna here, rotate our hip. Okay, again, if you wanna pause, get quite a nice stretch. Trying to keep our chest flat to the ground, okay? So when I'm here, the shoulder line shouldn't really move too much. I'm not like arching up towards the ceiling. I'm trying to keep my chest relatively flat. Okay. This is for, when you're in side control, using your hips, like switching through positions, transitioning, or when you're passing, trying to keep our chest flat and allowing our hips to work. This one also starts firing the shoulders as well. And it's really important the whole time we're in this tight bear crawl. I mean, you guys know this if you've been following along with these sessions, but hey, maybe there's someone new on. Yeah, just keep rotating. Nice, okay, next one, we're gonna go into a deep lunge here, and then we're gonna pull back into a hamstring stretch. So working through these two positions, either here, or you can drop down this direction, and you can leave the hands on the floor. So this is a lot smaller movement, okay? Or you can go lunge, pull all the way back, lunge, pull all the way back. It's entirely up to you. This is your workout. Figure out one that's going to work for you. I'm going to go with this half split position. And dropping the lunge through. Okay, switch it over to the other side if you haven't done it already. Sorry, I got distracted with my talking. Nice, just keep it working. Nice, windmills. So we're going to be here into a deep lunge, either single arm up here, okay, or you can do both arms as well. So we're working some thoracic rotation. Okay, so try and, if I come forwards, try and get a big step in front here. Stay on those toes, arch one, arch two, head's following the hand here. I forgot how to do the other side. 1, 2. Nice, okay, next one, we've done that, so we're doing flat arm circles, okay? So here, these are called swimmers, bunch of different stuff. I'm here, arms up and around, hands coming up the back. Okay, try and keep your face flat on the ground. So we're focused on our shoulders. Okay, we're really trying to keep them as high as we can. You can have your fist clenched if you want, or keep them open. Rotating around. You can also do it from this position as well. It'll have to be a single arm, but you can do like a couple on each side, really work through it. And if you switch to the other side, same thing. Okay, it's such a good shoulder, like prehab, rehab work. Okay, nice, 10 more seconds, or stay face down, both arms, go from here. Nice. Okay, scorpions, so stay on the ground, you're gonna arch over and then switch to the other side. Okay, when you do this, you can give yourself a little bit of a push and an extra lift. Again, this is about mobility, it's not about fitness, so we're not trying to go super fast. We're trying to increase or work through our range of movement. In preparation, there's going to be plenty of time for working hard. 15 seconds. Good. Okay. Go on to the next one. We're going to do back rolls. Okay, so we've talked about this a ton. We can just go over the shoulder to start with. This is always my preferred way when we start loosening up the back. Okay, if you want more of a start engaging your core, keep your knees pretty much tight to your sides like this, and just use your core to bring yourself back up and over. Okay, more accurately represents like how we play guard. And we use this movement to start retaining guard. We're actually going to come onto it in a little bit. Okay. You can also go straight back. Okay, and if you want to be super fancy, you can go straight back. Then you can kick it into like a hamstring stretch as well. Just working through these movements. Okay, or you can do a wide leg stretch as well. So we can go wide here and then wide in front. You know, just about variety. And then finally, Berimbolo Variations. So we can do our, sorry, I jumped into it a little bit quickly. We can do our half Berimbolo, so we're just coming up onto our shoulders. Okay, working one side to the other. Okay, if you're already relatively flexible, you're going to the full, all the way over the top. Just working from one side to the other. If you want, you can add in some other different leg positions. So I quite like to do it from like an S stretch to an S stretch. Got this one from Cabrini, or also from this straight leg position into the straight leg position on the other side. These are all working the same movement, but we're just putting our body in like different positions, which, you know, we use so many different areas in jiu-jitsu. It's nice to do. Okay, and that was the end of the work from there. All right, so like I said, that was the warm-up. Okay, it wasn't super demanding, but it should have started mobilizing you. Now we're going to go into the work section. Okay, I just need to move my screen down, because while I'm pretty good at remembering stuff, I'm not amazing. So we're going to do a few different movements today. I'm going to run through them once so you can see, and then we'll build them up. So the first one is drop steps. So we're going to be in a wrestling stance. What you're going to do is drop. So you're maintaining your posture, and your chest is dropping down to your leg. You want to imagine you're kind of tying your shoelaces without putting that, like resting on that weight on the back knee. Okay, you can alternate sides, or you can do like a single one from here. That's our first one. Second one is a double leg, which is basically we're going to press through, step to the side, and drive up. So if I'm here, I drop down, press through, and then I drive in towards the leg on the ground. We're going to do a sit through. So we're going to be here, and we're going to sit and clear our hips, and then we can turn around and come to the other side, coming underneath it. So effectively what I'm doing is I'm here, and I'm clearing, my left leg goes through my right arm, so I'm going forwards, and then I turn the way I just came. Okay, so sit through. We have our guard recovery movement. I just kind of briefly talked about this. What we're going to do is we're going to be here, imagine the person's passing, we're trying to keep this leg up, and then my foot is circling in. Okay, so they're coming around to the side, my leg comes up, and I circle. And I go to the other side. You can also do it from here as well, which is a little bit easier because you get the momentum. And I can sit back up, and then I go to the other side, same thing. But I'm trying to circle that top leg in. So you have the two options. The first variation without sitting up, a lot more core intensive. All right. Next one after that, you're gonna need a dummy. We're gonna do one arm leg drags or one arm Toriandos. Okay, and all you do is you've got hold, I use the belt, belt's a great thing, everybody's pretty much got a belt. I'm gonna slam it across the body, run around to the side, and drop, come back up. Slam across, and drop. So as I'm coming up, I'm changing. I slam across, move to the side, this shoulder drops, other leg stays up. Okay? It's an important pass, really like, it's a fast blitz, one arm leg drag. Okay, then next one we have is a windshield wiper over the top. So imagine the person is turning towards you with your legs on the ground. You're gonna bring your shin up over the top here, and then flick to the other side. Okay? So it's a great movement to get past the legs or get over the legs. So my shin is going over the top of the legs, my head switches, and then my feet switch. And I walk up almost like towards side control. Yeah. Okay, so I should end up on my toes, switch across, up on my toes, switch across, up on my toes. Really common that a person will turn into you, and then you can use this to go over the top of the legs. Knee on belly switch is the next one. Okay, so just side to side. We've been doing quite a lot of those. Top spin, same thing, we've been doing quite a lot of those as well, from one side to the other. And then the armbar. Okay, and we'll take the armbar from side control. Okay, so we're gonna be here, We're gonna pull up on that arm, big step around, keeping the hips low, kick it out. Big step around, hips low, kick it out, okay? So that's our drills, all right? So it's gonna start quite intense, and actually towards the second half, the intensity will kind of drop a little bit. It's intentional, but I want you to try and focus on keeping good technique throughout, all right? And this is only it's a minute of each one, okay? And you'll see why in a second. So, let's start standing up. I'm gonna pop my timer, actually, I'm gonna move Kieran out of the way, over here. I'm gonna pop my timer over here. So that's out of the way. Hopefully you guys can still see that. I'm gonna start with those drop steps in 5 seconds. Get ready to go. So we wanna be standing up. I'm gonna face towards you guys to start with. And it's just dropping. So legs coming back, chest staying up, dropping directly over that front leg. You can do alternates. It's fine. I like to sometimes do alternates. I'm gonna do 5 on this leg because I just did 5 on the other leg. Okay, but I'm just dropping down, staying low. Posture's up. My upper torso doesn't really change position. It's still at the same angle. Head still facing forward. Okay. This is a way of, like, if I'm close to someone, I can gain distance and then shoot in. Okay. Or if I do it up against this wall and gain distance, just shoot through. So keep going with it. Okay. Back knee shouldn't touch the ground. Should be on the toes. And it doesn't want to go too far. Nice. 10 seconds. You should already be starting to feel the leg burn a little bit. I know I am. Really focus on keeping strong posture though, even when you're doing this. We're going to double legs. So lower, up, drive through. Lower, up, drive towards the leg on the ground. Lower, up, drive. So if I'm here, a level change, press to my front knee, leg to the side, drive across. Level change, drive. Level change, and drive. Okay, so I'm cutting the angle explosively. Level change, drive it. So you're hand fighting, and up. Hand fighting, and up. Level change, and up. Okay, level change, and up. Nice. Keep pressing through. Nice, keep working it, 5 seconds. Legs are probably a little bit tired. That's okay. Nice. Sit through. So, all fours, clear the hip. Make sure when you do this, chest comes to the ceiling, legs coming out and we turn. So again, we're here, I'm on all fours, sit through. So if I shoot, someone sprawls, I clear, come around to the side. More explosive you can get it, the better. So really extend through. You can do it up on your hand as well. I always find I'm on my elbows when I do it. So again, I'm here, leg clears, turn the corner. Clear. What are we on next? Okay. Okay, guard recovery movement. Choose your poison either here and circling, or from here and circling. The hip lift. So important, they're passing. My leg comes around. Passing. My leg comes around. Whoop. And this leg has to circle while staying tight to your chest. Right here. That was atrocious. Okay, technical stand-ups. I missed that out in the demonstration earlier, but it's okay. So we're here, pull through. One of our sweep movements that we covered, I think, either last week or the week before. So I'm here, I'm resting, use this a lot in X guard. I base opposite, left and right, stand up, come behind me. Keep my head and chest up the whole time. Okay? This hand can be out. Like imagine I'm holding a leg, I can do that. Okay, but go fast. Go all the way from your back. So it's like I've had to extend my legs away and come up. This is actually a lot more challenging. Then we're gonna need our dummy for the next drills. So here's Kieran, slam across, back out, slam across. Good. Every time back to that low bear crawl, drop it around. Low bear crawl, drop it around. Let me change sides. So in my low bear crawl, drop it around. Low bear crawl, drop it around. Good, 10 seconds. Good, windshield wiper over the top. So next one. So I'm here, knee comes down, switch. I'm gonna turn this way because this is the important angle. Hands stay in the belt, knee covers, feet together, around the side. As my knee drops, my head switches, my feet switch. And pull them up a little bit onto the side too. Ten seconds-ish. Good, okay. Knee on belly switch, so we're here, switch to the other side. Similar movement with our feet. Feet come together, and then switch. And then hands up every time. So I'm here, hands up. Okay, it can be on the ground, it's fine, or shoulders, or shoulder and hip. So you get used to switching. Posture, leg out to the side. So you can hear me a little bit more tired, so I'm not adding in words anymore. 15 seconds. We're on to top spin. Nice. Good, okay, top spins. From side, or from knee on belly, stepping around the head. Like I say, I always use the arms. So I start behind one arm, leg comes over, other leg comes over, I drop and spin. Arms are doing very little, but just following the rest of my body. You also do this from knee on belly as well. Just drop, switch, pop back up, drop, switch, pop back up. "15 seconds. "5 seconds. Sorry, itchy hand. Okay, arm bars. Again, we've been working these a lot recently. 4, and up. Nice. Keep it going. Try and make it super explosive when you come around the corner. So you can pull, rest, and then go. Pull, and go. Ten seconds. Time. So, that was kind of our second warm-up round. Okay, now, readjust your dummy because it's probably a little bit fallen apart, just as mine has. If you don't have a fancy homemade dummy like this, you don't need to readjust it. Anyway, right. So Kieran's getting back in. Shake 1 second. Now, the next part of the workout, we're going to put all of that together. So there's like a couple of considerations. That's not how to tie a belt. It's always tying belts hard backwards, isn't it? Down, under, and through. There we go. Okay. A couple of considerations when we're doing this. You need to be able to transition straight into the dummy. Okay? So actually, based on my room layout, I'm going to leave Kieran about here. That's the first thing. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all those movements kind of in sequence. So I'm going to start quite far away. I'm going to drop step, double leg. Okay, so I'm down on the ground. Now from here, I'm going to imagine that someone's sprawled. I want to get back to my guard. As I'm getting back to my guard, they immediately start to pass, so I recover. From there, I'm going to do a technical stand up. I'm going to catch the belt, one arm leg drag. We're going to windshield over one side, maybe over to the other side as well, up to our knee on belly. And switch one. Switch two, top spin, and then switch to the arm. Come back the opposite direction, but avoid headbutting the wall. Okay, so that's our sequence. As you can see, it's got all the different movements in it, but like we're just connecting them now, which is what we want. We want to get like fluid connections between all of them as best we possibly can. So this is going to just be a 5-minute round. But we're gonna have a minute kind of like warm up where we're just kind of like looping through the sequence a few times, super slowly, repping it out. Okay, again, I'll put this over in the corner. And what I want you guys to do is try and focus, take the first minute, maybe even the second minute to just go work through the movements. And then every time that you do the sequence, try to go as quick as you can through it. Like really explode through it, okay? I'll show you what I mean when we really get into the sequence, okay? So we want to avoid that thinking time. So again, the sequence is here. Okay, I want to start away from my dummy. I'm going to drop step, double leg, sit through. They're passing. I retain my guard. I extend, stand up, one arm leg drag. Drop it down. Switch over one, switch over two. Up to knee on belly. Switch one, switch two, into our top spin. Okay, and then back into our arm bar. Okay, and then I kick off. All right. So, gonna find a good place for my dummy. So we're here. All right. Drop step, double leg, sit through, retain, up, standing up. I go this side. One arm Suriando. Over the top one side, over the top the other side. To knee on belly. 1, 2, top spin. Somehow I've gone to the same side. Go to the arm bar. Come back up again. Okay, that's our sequence. Start blitzing it. Now, go. So drop step, double leg, sit through, retain, up, technical stand up. One arm leg drag here. Over the top 1, over the top 2, up to knee on belly. 1, 2, top spin, into our arm bar, sitting down, coming back up. Catch your breath. Okay, drop step, double leg, sit through. Oh, they've got this side. Retain. From here, you can use your technical stand up. One arm leg drag, drop it in. Over the top one way, over the top the other way. knee on belly, switch 1, 2, top spin, and armbar. Come back up and out. So moving around, hand fighting, seeing what's happening, see the opportunity, sprawl, sit down, hop, I'm retaining, catch the leg up, in, leg drag, immediately on a pass again, knee on belly, switch, top spin, up to the arm, spin it out, back up, back into our movement. I see it, oh, you drags, okay, kick, technical snap, one arm leg drag, over the top 1, over the top 2, knee on belly, switch, switch, top spin, into our armbar, back down. Knee on belly, 1, 2, top spin, and I messed up the armbar. Don't worry about it too much if it goes wrong. Get to the next rep. The passing. Yeah. Switch 1. Switch 2. Up knee on belly. Other side. Switch. Top spin. Pull the arm. Armbar. Drop step. Drop leg. Sit through. Left pass. Retain. Hook your leg. Good, I'm here. Over 1. Over 2. Up to knee on belly. Switch 1. Switch 2. Top spin away. Armbar. Halfway there. Drop step. Double leg. Oh, sit through. Left passing. Retain. Over the top 1. Over the top 2. Up to knee on belly. Switch. Switch. Top spin. Pull. Can't get through. Restart the dummy. And then straight back into it. Drop step. You sprawl. Sitting down. Retaining. Up. One arm leg drag. Straight over. 1. Over. 2. Knee on belly. Switch. Switch. Top spin. Armbar. Down. Back up. 90 seconds. Drop step. Not good. Retaining. Oh, he's gone this way. Technical stand up. Drop the leg. 2. Knee on belly. Knee on belly. Pull the sleeve. Catch the armbar. 1 minute. Left pass. Pull the leg. Leg drag. Drop 1. Drop 2. Up. 1, 2. Drop it. Armbar. Back up. Just over under a minute left. Switch. Switch. Knee on belly. Knee on belly. Top spin. Moving, moving, moving. One more. And the armbar. I can't even stop my timer. Okay. I don't have some water. So, goal of that session. Oh. Water tastes great. Goal of that session was try to reinforce some of the things we've done before. So we did a lot of arm bars. We spent time coming up off the bottom using technical stand-ups and sweeping movements. We introduced a couple of new passing movements and then link them all together, okay? Like if you've done it as I've done it, you should be quite out of breath, all right? Am I ever gonna use that sequence exactly like that? Nah, probably not, okay? But that's not the point. I'll probably use different chunks of it, okay? And I'll use, so it might be that I only use the first part where I shoot in, I'm forced to sprawl, and then go back into my guard retention. And then I end up in close guard. Obviously the rest of the technique's probably not gonna make any difference from that point. Or maybe I'm using that one arm leg drag and I now have to transition. Maybe I go the windshield wiper over the top. Or maybe I leg drag and then I have to jump straight into a topspin or leg drag up to knee on belly. Then I do the switch, then I take the armbar from there, okay? So even though you'll never use, like you'll probably, I'm not gonna say never, but you'll more than likely never use that sequence as a whole, the connective parts, okay, you will use. Okay, the 2-3 sequence bits are gonna start, you know, that all the time in training. You just have to start recognizing them, and then you have to get your body ready to be able to take that opportunity when it arises as fast as possible. Okay, so that's what we're doing when we're doing these kind of elongated sequences. They're not real, but the connective bits are. Okay, and that's what counts. And then you're getting, if you're doing it properly and you're focused on the training, and you're trying to push yourself as quick as you can through all of the different transitions, when you get to those positions, it's gonna become second nature, and that's when you're gonna see like a real acceleration in like your ability to move, like catch your partner, like transition around, okay? By going through this and doing it at like a full speed. And then one of the nice things about the dummy is it forces you to be in control of your own body, okay? You can't like use the other person's weight to like hang off in any way. Okay, sometimes that's a good thing, but also it can be a detriment because you get used to like, if the person moves or reacts in a certain way, then you get used to having to use it. And if they don't, suddenly the technique's shut down. Well, the dummy doesn't give you that resistance, okay? It just is there, okay? It's like a couple of limbs and you have to make sure that you're doing the movements correctly as you go through it to get to the next stage. All right, so anyway, that was a lot of talking. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I will do another one next week. I'll probably do these all the way through this lockdown of the UK, because to me it's really important that I'm always giving back to the jiu-jitsu community. If you like, you know, I'm doing one a week. If you want to do one every day, check out the Super Solo training program. Like I say, this is a modified variation of one of the plans I put in there. We just changed 2 or 3 techniques. You know, it'll help you out, it'll keep you training, it'll get you fit. Like I say all the time, I guarantee anybody that's coming into one of these sessions, you're gonna work hard if you're pushing yourself, and you're gonna help improve your jiu-jitsu. The mobility aspects, the transitional aspects, and like just your cardio as well. All right, so check it out. There'll be a link somewhere around this video, or comments or something along those lines. Check it out. Anyway, have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys very soon, and hopefully maybe we can get to train together as well. Os.